Hello, welcome back. Wilma Burnham Wilson here, Wilma's Alternative Solutions deck review. I'm working on reviewing Teri Smith's work today. I've got all the decks that she's released up to this date, which it is now February 1st, 2016, sorry about that. And she's working on a couple others, so it's always hard to keep up with her. You'll notice that I'm a little bit of a fan, and I'll tell you, this is one of the reasons why. All of her decks have a labeled card to tell you, the name of the deck, which is always handy to remember the name, because if you collect decks like I do, sometimes that's convenient. Excuse me, I have these all in order of the date of publish. She has the copyright date on there, but her little signature blends in. It's not too obtrusive. All of her decks come with this little a little paragraph, about the deck, her resources, and publishing date, and then it's got the basic meanings. These, they're minimal meanings, but sometimes 3, 5 meanings for each card, which is always handy for beginners to take. For beginners to take with them on the road. Sometimes all you need is just a quick reminder, and that's always really handy. You can always set it aside while you're reading once you know the cards. And this is the back of the deck for most of the cards, so it's nice and blank so it doesn't distract you. Anybody who's had issues with having words on the back of the deck, this is nice, non-obtrusive. Again, beautiful backing on this deck. Wait till you see the front. This is great. And all of her decks are available in mini size as well as bridge, and I think she can do poker as well. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask her about that one. I think there might just be bridge and mini, unless they're poker, unless she comes out with a poker deck. So this is the back of the Graceful, and this is the front. And they all have this beautiful border. She always includes, all of her decks, she includes the pips, she includes the number. And she tries to really get this, the semantics right with the, the action cards. The rider is moving. Here's the clover, beautiful clover, one of my favorite cards. The ship is pointing in, this direction here. Beautiful house. The clouds, again, have directionals. The snake, again, directional. Coffin, you have a bit of a directional there, beautiful card. The bouquet is one of my favorite cards. Sorry, I have to look up when my service starts on. This is just so beautiful. Kind of like Mother Mary, or really, the Queen of Spades coming through there. And the Queen of Spades, of course, in Lenormand is a beautiful woman, unlike the Queen of Spades in a playing card deck. The scythe, again, a directional. She does the whip and broom. She's always got that whip and broom both in there, which I think is really nice. Her child, she's got this beautiful child here. Birds. The fox, which is nice and red for your redhead card. Bear, beautiful bear, strong. It's got the fish. The stars. I think this is a great card. Very beautiful. The stork. Dog, tower, garden, beautiful garden. You're not going to confuse these cards with anything else. Mountain, this is one of my favorite cards. These are not cards that you're going to confuse with other cards in the deck, so it's great for a GT, especially since they come in mini. The mice, there are multiple. The heart, what a beautiful card. Excuse me. Beautiful card. Ring, the book is closed. Letter, beautiful. The man, she's got alternate men card, looking left and looking right. And again, woman looking left and looking right. The sun, the moon. You're not going to confuse this, and you're not going to get this confused with stars. Beautiful. The lily. So if you happen to use this as a sex card, this is a beautiful lily. If you use it as your wisdom card, an elder card, it's also a beautiful choice. The key. The fish, again, multiple. Anchor. Anchor is always a hard card, but she nailed it, and I love, love, love this cross. So beautiful, beautiful deck. I'm going to zoom over to the Graceful Lenormand. Again, you have that same blessing and, you know, hello, little note from Teri, and your card meanings. Now this is a beautiful deck, very gender neutral, very gender, what I call gender friendly. It's not too girly. It's, you know, it can be very masculine. Not very masculine, but can, you know, it's masculine. It's got a nice back. Again, very gender neutral. The Rider's in Motion. I love this frame and the kind of antique look. It's kind of a, I'm not sure if the color's being picked up, but it's got this kind of tannish brown to yellow interior. This is, both of these decks I keep meaning to antique the edges. So, and all of her decks are also linen, so the stock is really nice. So back to it. Clover, beautiful clover. It's got kind of a drawn, sketched theme to it, which I really, really like. This is one of my favorite decks to work with. Beautiful, beautiful house. The tree, the clouds, again, she's got the directionals there, the snake. Beautiful coffin. I actually like this. The simplicity in this coffin is just, there's something about it. I really enjoy it. The bouquet, the scythe. Again, whip and broom. She's got both. Birds. The child. I really like this child with the old-fashioned bicycle. She's got an alternate child, so she's got boys and girls. She's got the fox, which kind of has a reddish appearance in my mind. It lets you kind of fill in the blank and fill in your imagination kind of there. I really like the star. The stork. Dog, tower, garden. This is, you know, kind of an old-fashioned garden. Again, it fits that time frame, that theme. This beautiful mountain. And the path. Mice. Heart. Ring. The books again closed there. Letter. Man. She's got left and right. She's got alternate cards for you. The woman who's looking left and she's facing right. She's kind of looking this way, but the rest of her body's going the right direction. Lily, sun, the moon. This is an interesting moon because it's actually full, but it's penciled out. I really like this penciled kind of theme. It's a sketched theme. It's got that old-fashioned kind of maybe like Edwardian period look, and the anchor and the cross. She really does well with the cross. I love the cross and the anchor can excuse me, both be difficult cards, and she does a really good job with it. Next we have the Unforgettable Lenormand. She worked on this for a while, and this was the one that people were waiting for, and you're probably waiting for it too, or maybe you already have it. You've probably seen it. And if you haven't, get ready. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. For those of you who are into goth, who are just looking for a more romantic deck, kind of time, beyond time, we're kind of like, you know, old-fashioned. This is kind of an old-fashioned deck, the Graceful, but this is, ooh, now she really nailed it. That dark frame, but it's got that little edge there. It's just, I love this deck. I've got this in the mini. So this is the one, I'll show you this in the mini also. So we have the Rider, the Clover, the pips here are full. I believe in both of these decks she did, you know, small little pips, which are, you know, very convenient to read. They're easy to read. These are also, but these have the full playing card inserts, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And look at that ship. The house, a beautiful tree, and I have to say she prides herself in making sure that all of her work is original, that she, you know, royalty free images, and she tweaks them, and she has a lot of fun with it. Look at that coffin, that drape. This bouquet, and boy does she get those bouquets. I'm not sure, I hope that the light is getting this. It's dreamy, it's rich, it's deep in color, but it's rich in color. Again, this is a deck that you're not going to confuse, whether it's a GT or larger readings or smaller readings. The scythe, the whip and broom, the birds, the child. I love, love, love this child. He's so cute. Your fox, redhead again. Your big, strong bear. The stars. This is a beautiful stars card. The stork, and you'll notice the stork, to me, it kind of looks like tending young, possibility, you know, or it's definitely, you know, doing something. So you've got that action, that movement. Dog. Tower. Again, these are all linen. So, oh, this garden is just heavenly. It brings out the gamer in me. I don't know, I could just step in this. That really brings out my imagination. But it's a beautiful garden. The mountain, the path. Again, this is just a card that I could walk right into. A lot of this deck, I feel like I could just walk right into it. Very picturesque, I guess you could say. But I feel like I'm walking through a museum. And that really, when my imagination gets sparked like that, or my creative side, that's when I feel like I read the best. And I don't just read my imagination, I'm reading what's in the cards. So this book is open, so if you're an open book fan, the letter, beautiful, beautiful cards. The man card, woman card, lily, sun, beautiful. The sun and the moon, even though they're like similar cards, you're not going to get them confused because they're very different colors. The key, very beautiful. And again, fish, multiple, that beautiful, that anchor. She always nails that anchor. I got to give her credit for that. And the cross. And, here it kind of really, it brings a different kind of timestamp to it than the rider, but at the same time, the rider, would be looking at religious imagery of, a lot of these characters, these 18th, 19th century characters would be looking at religious images of this period. So it's very fitting, very fitting. I love, love, love the back again. She does a good job with the back. Again, I get the matching pouch for this one. And I did get the smaller version. Let me try and get the mini for you. I like the minis. The minis, if you're familiar with the standard minis that you get from indie deck creators, and you know the size. It's very, very nice to work with in GTs. I'll just show you a couple cards. The whip and broom, which of course I'm in bad lighting. But, and she does have alternate cards. Where are my alternate cards? Oh, here they are. Thank you. Okay, so I will show you those in the big versions, but these are just so beautiful. Whoops! These are so beautiful. The book. Okay, so I love the mini. Now her alternate cards, she has so many alternate cards for the Unforgettable that I put them aside because I wanted to show you. She released them with all the alternates because she just couldn't decide, and people like different things. So, which I think is great because I'm one of those people. She's got an alternate coffin card, an alternate birds card. It has two birds, just different birds. A different child card. Again, she's got the girl and the boy represented, and of course the man and the woman. Actually, she's got two men. We've got two extra men, so a total of 3 men and a total of 3 women. So if you're having a real drama fest that you want to read for, you can really throw in those extras. Just make sure that you clarify, which is your main character card before you throw them. Otherwise, they're all just three women and 3 men. So that's the Unforgettable, and I'm sure after looking at this it's already unforgettable for you. Next we have the Whisper Dun, dun, dun. This is so far my favorite back, and this may be one of my favorite backs so far on any card deck that I have ever bought. I really, really love this backing. I hope you do too. I got the pouch, the matching pouch again for this one also, because I like it so much. And we'll go straight into it. This is again a very gender neutral deck. I mean, I think all of these are, but in terms of, I think this is a kind of more, it's not quite as fancy or glittery, you know, for guys who don't want quite so much glitter. Not really glitter, I mean none of these are glitter, but you know what I mean. This has got a fancy border. I mean, that's probably one of the most feminine cards in the deck because it's a woman, but this has got a fancy border, so if you're not really into fancy and you want something simple, again, these are both great choices. So, and this has got the full pips, this has got, you know, written on the little thing. So, you've got the rider, again, in motion, the clover, boat, house, it's a beautiful house. I look at some of these houses and I just want to live in them. The tree, clouds, again, you've got the directionals, the snake. It's very, again, her snakes, they're lively. You can tell it's a snake, but it doesn't gross you out, which I always like. I'm not a snake person, so I appreciate that. Got a coffin, beautiful coffin. And the bouquet. The bouquet, she always does her bouquets, really nice. But look at when you combine them, because these cards will often be, not often, but they are a combination, and a very important combination. And if you do look at them together, they match. Which, I have to, you know, I presume she did that on purpose, but I think that's, it just adds more strength to the combination for me when I do see it. And I also have these in a mini, the scythe, and she has the wheat in here, which is really nice for the harvest aspect. The whip and broom, the birds, and she's got alternate birds. She's got owls and birds. And then we have other birds. She gives you a lot of alternates in this deck as well. Child, you've got your girl and your boy. And then you also have a baby. This to me would be a great card for paternity tests, or also younger children. But to me it's really great for paternity tests, just because you have the cradle. And that kind of reminds me of the paternity test, you know, the story in the Bible, but that's just my personal thing. I don't know. But it's also a baby, so. Your fox, you've got your little fox. He's redheaded. Well, he's kind of grayish, but he's definitely got some, you know, red in there. Bear. Star. But stork. The dog. Beautiful dog. Kind of like loyal and protective of her puppies there. Oops, sorry. The tower, beautiful tower, very castle-like. You can tell that's very authoritarian, for separation or as a fortress. You know, it really shows that as well. This garden is very soft, beautiful. Again, this is a card. Hopefully you can see it, but I wish I could walk right into this card and into this garden. Her mountains. I've always been impressed with her mountains. I mean, you know, there are a few cards that I always feel like she does really, really well. The bouquet, the mountains, the anchor, which is hard for, that's a hard card to nail. It can be hard to find pictures of anchors that are royalty free is the issue, and then to tweak them and make them your own, have them fit Lenormand. The path, again, this is a beautiful card that I would just walk right into. The mice. Heart, beautiful, beautiful heart, and that ring really stands out. Open book. Beautiful book. Beautiful, beautiful book. The letter, again, the book and the letter match. It's often the combination that comes up for me, where they come in next to each other. You've got the man and the woman. I really like this woman card. And then we've got this, she's looking that way. We've got these two men. We've got the man looking that way and this woman looking that way. And so you've got your choice for directionals, and always. And the lily, This sun is beautiful, a very faint face. Moon, another faint face except for the nose. I like him. I really like him. The key. Fish, multiple, anchor, once again. Boom, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful anchor. And the cross. She always does a nice cross too. I also have the mini for the whisper. Whoop, is here. So these are amazing for GTs. They're great to keep in your pocketbook if you like to carry decks around, like some of us. Must read everywhere. I keep a very I always keep a mini in my pocketbook, but I also, when I read a GT, I prefer to read a deck that's very uncluttered and very clear, like this one that has no frame, you know, a very open, mild frame like this one. I love this deck. I will use this deck for GTs, especially since the frame is dark. It doesn't really get in my way. This is very pretty, which is nice about it. But the time, you know, a very clear image, very boom, boom, in your face, very crisp, clear image, especially in a mini for a GT, is perfect in order to move quickly across the board and not get confused. So I really appreciate all her clear imagery and the choices for directionals with the people, the alternate cards, and you know, this is something that you can keep, you know, in your, like I said, in your wallet and bring with you, or you know, just GTs at home. So that would be Teri Smith's collection. Got the Darling, which came first. The Graceful. And both of these have the smaller pips. The Unforgettable, which is Unforgettable, the darker deck. And the Whisper, with my favorite back. So thanks for watching. I know this has been a long video, but I just love these decks, and I just wanted to get it all out at once.